Good morning, sociology students. Happy Monday. Today, in our lecture notes, we will be looking at crime, why certain individuals commit crimes, the different types of crime, and how we can approach crime using our sociological lens. So, we will start with defining crime. Crime is any act prohibited by law and punishable by government. This could be local, state, or federal government. An example, it's against the law to assault someone, and that could result in jail time. Okay? Another example of crime would be that certain steroids are not illegal, even though they are a violation of mores. If you remember from Unit 2 culture, we would discuss mores. The use of steroids in some sports is prohibited, but overall not illegal, just a violation of mores. So, like I said, we're going to look at different types of crime. The first one we'll look at is violent crimes, okay, what we consider in sociology as violent crimes. So, violent crime is described as murder, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. In the early to mid 90s and 2013, an aggravated assault occurred every 29 seconds. 2013, it occurred every 43.5 seconds. Okay, a robbery every 48 seconds to 1.5 minutes every 1.5 minutes. A forcible rape every 5 minutes to every 6.6 minutes. A murder that occurs every 26 minutes in the United States and every 37 minutes in 2013. And these statistics are from the FBI Uniform Crime Reports. Okay, but violent crimes, murder, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. Next, crimes against property. Okay, crimes against property. Stealing someone else's property or intentionally causing damage to it. Stealing someone else's property or intentionally causing damage to it. An example, burglary, vehicle theft, arson, right? If you were to set somebody's home on fire or boat on fire, something that belongs to them, their property. Next, victimless crime. Okay, a victimless crime is supposedly harm to no one but the person committing them. Supposedly is italicized because, of course, even in these victimless crimes, people are being harmed, whether they're family members, friends, taking part in it. But in terms of types of crimes, it is still referred to as a victimless crime. I'll give you some examples. Prostitution, gambling, drug use are classified as victimless crime because technically no property is damaged, no person is killed or injured as a whole. Obviously, there are situations that can lead to assault and being hurt or sick from drug use, of course. But these are what we refer to as victimless crimes. The next type is white collar crimes. You might have heard in the news last week that Bernie Madoff passed away, kind of a king of white collar crime. White collar crime is committed by professionals, professional individuals of a high social status. Some examples of white collar crime: fraud, tax evasion, embezzlement, toxic pollution, stock manipulation, and it costs society billions of dollars each year, these white collar crimes that are committed. Ones that we hear about so often in the news would be fraud, tax evasion, and definitely Ponzi schemes. Then we have organized crime. Okay. Organized crime are professional criminals that control black market through violence or threat of violence, right? Whitey Bulger, if any of you have heard of the show The Sopranos, right, it's kind of focusing on the mafia, the mobsters, Al Capone, of course. It's professional criminals that control black market through violence or threat of violence. They operate in legitimate businesses. Okay? So they might actually own, right, laundromats or pizza parlors, bars, but oftentimes it's to launder money. There are things going on behind the scenes, murder, drugs, so on and so forth, in this organized crime ring. Okay, so now that was the 5 types of crime we'll look at in sociology. Now we're going to look at the key approaches to crime. Okay, the first is preventative. Okay, first key approach is preventative. This includes social intervention and rehabilitation. This is based on the conflict theory. Crime is a product of social inequality. Okay, the conflict theory says that crime is a product of social inequality and that the government must take measures to alleviate inequalities. Okay, as an example, extra money to designate specific areas, such as a bully program, DARE, right? We talked about that, drug resistance, etc. Okay, so a key approach to crime, preventative, which is based on the conflict theory. Next, legalist. The legalist approach to crime, the social response is based on the exchange theory. So, legalist approach would say make sure criminals get caught and punished severely. Okay? Legalist approach would want more police, the death penalty, etc. So, more of that legalist approach to crime. All right. So we will talk more when I get back, kind of the debate between preventative and legalist. So that is a little information for you on crime. Now you have your assignment to complete.